Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I'm Professor Olayinka Akanle. I'm a lecturer in the university. I'm a sociologist. I'm a researcher. On this channel, I do a number of stuff, but all the stuff I do on this channel, you can easily figure out sociology and research in them. I do content on migration and relationship at the same time. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly go ahead and click subscribe on your screen right now. Tap subscribe on your screen right now to subscribe to this channel. Today, I will be discussing models in sociological analysis. This is very important because I've seen a lot of things taught about models in sociology, a lot of things written about models in sociology. Many universities across the world also have courses on models in sociology, especially in sociological analysis. But I think I want to intervene at this point to set some things, straight so that we are able to understand what models are and why we need to take them seriously and what we need to be looking at essentially as sociologists as we use models. There are so many confusions here and there about models, and this needs to be sorted out so for the future of the discipline and for the benefit of learners. So in this video, you will understand what models are, the differences among models, theories, perspectives, and paradigm. What is being taught and what should be taught, and why should we take models very seriously. So meanwhile, on this channel, you will find videos existing on theories. You will find videos existing on perspectives. You will find videos existing on paradigm. You will find videos existing on functionalism, consensus theory, structural functionalism, social action theory, feminism, Marxism, consensus perspective, conflict perspective. You will find all of these videos on this channel. So kindly go ahead and explore this channel for content that will be relevant and related to this. So what are theories and what are perspectives, what are paradigms, and what are models? I will address this one after the other. Meanwhile, explore the channel for all these videos in greater details. Theories, why I need to actually draw these differences in, when you look at theories, models, perspectives, and paradigms, so that you can understand what I want to talk about later in greater detail. And if you don't understand the differences, then you won't understand what models are actually. So theories are abstractions of society. Theories are explanatory frameworks, in society. I have a video on this channel on how best to understand theories. So theories are abstractions. They are explanatory frameworks. They try to explain societies and social systems, social issues, and they try to look at, the logical relationship among concepts used in a theory, So theories are essentially abstractions of society in order to explain. So when you look at theory, you can look at symbolic interactionism as a theory, social action theory, social action, as a theory, and you can look at even Marxism as a theory, feminism as a theory. Perspectives now, different from theories, perspectives are worldviews, worldviews of a sociologist, worldview of an individual, worldview of a scholar, and you can look at it, it's different from theories. Theories can flow from perspectives. Yeah. But theories are not perspective. Perspectives are broader. So you can have consensus perspective, you can have conflict perspective, you can have micro perspective, you can have macro perspective. From these, theories emerge. Now, paradigms are scientifically proven approaches to studying or explain issues in society. Scientifically proven. Theories might not be proven, perspectives might not be proven, but paradigms are more proven. They are very scientifically proven over time. They've existed over a long period of time, and they've come to be accepted as a way of studying. Example of this is positivism, which will influence your methodology, eventually. Now, what are models? Models are not perspectives, they are not theories, they are not paradigms. Models are simplification of reality. A process of simplifying, phenomena, simplifying, issues, representing. This is important. Models are representation of things that are too abstract, that are too difficult, that are too minute to be easily comprehended or explained. Hope you're getting. So models are simplification. They are tangification in a way of tangibly representing, in a way that is becoming really more than abstractions that theories give. So models try to represent things, represent society, represent social reality. Models attempt to give forms to abstract entities in society. So when sociologists want to analyze, when they use theories, they're still talking about at the level of abstraction, they use perspective paradigm. But when they come to the level of models, they begin to represent those abstractions in a more tangible way. And they try to analyze. They can even simulate. They try to analyze in a way that is simplified, in a more tangible, in a way that people can resonate with. Models can be compared to 3D impressions or higher level impressions of architectural designs or engineering designs. When you want to build a house, then you get a prototype. You get a prototype of that house in a way that people can say, okay, this is how the house will look. This is what will be the master bedroom. This will be the living room. So that is the metaphor I can draw for models. So models are impression of reality in tangible ways. Now, so you see that they're not the same. So when people teach models in sociological analysis, as if they are teaching theories, they are teaching perspectives or paradigm, then something is largely wrong. We can teach these models in sociological analysis. We can start from theory, the way I started. You can start from perspective, the way I started. You can start from paradigm, the way I started as first level teaching or analysis. But it then has to be graduated to the level of models, which is actually the focus. So I see people teach, they teach theory, they teach postmodernism, they teach paradigm, they teach perspective, they teach classical theories, they teach evolution, they teach functionalism, structural, symbolic interactionism, conflict, and some other things as elements of what they teach in their course outline. These are not models. If you want to take them as models in sociology, fine. But we are removing sociology from from one model is globally across discipline. And for us to be more relevant, then we must be able to resonate with other related disciplines or even different disciplines. So when I look at curriculum, I look at syllabus, and I see them taught models in sociological analysis taught as if it's another theory class or perspective class. Even learners nowadays will begin to wonder, we've been talking about this, how is this model? So now let me take you to, so we can teach all of those things as first level, but we have to go beyond that to really talk about what models are. This topic, this course, models in sociological analysis, is to tell us to be more practical in our analytical frames. And we have to see it in that manner. So what are the types of models? We can have conceptual model, then we can have mathematical model, then we can have computer model, conceptual model, mathematical model, computer model. And when you look at mathematical model, this is where we begin to use mathematical assertion, statistical assertion, begin to look at the intersection of sociology and adoption of mathematical formulas, mathematical, calculations, and the rest of them. So, and this happens, they do a lot of this in economics, but we also do it a lot in sociology, depending on the school. So there are mathematical sociologists who bring models, develop models of calculations, formulas, formula in a way that want to look at how relationship in that issue or society can be measured. So that is where you can use mathematics, statistical analysis or models to be able to move forward. I've seen a lot of theses in this area before. Then you look at computer. Computer also have models, but more importantly, what is directly related to sociology is conceptual. Conceptual models, talking about comparison with familiar things to illustrate systems. This is where you compare what you are looking at in society or in that problem, you compare it with what is familiar in society. Now, look at this, for example, look at this artwork I'm putting on in this video. This artwork can be a model for analysis. This artwork from Africa, from the Benin Kingdom. This can give us an insight into historical sociological analysis of what happened in pre-colonial Benin Empire. From this artwork I'm putting on, I can teach about history of kingdoms in Africa, and how that informs civilization across the world. This is a bundle of history. This thing I'm putting on, this artwork, is a bundle of history. If I begin to unpack the history behind this, you will marvel. And how that has shaped society, has been able to shape society over time, and continue to shape society even now, and can help us to the future. This can be a model, conceptual model. So it's about bringing life to real life, and you can have system model. You can design a model, you can simulate to show us in practical terms how things happen, how every element of societies relate to form what we are looking at, to understand the natural world clearly. This will make sociology more relevant. The developing of model, adoption of model to teach and explain. And I've explained when you begin to talk about infographics, data journey, visualization. You're talking about models. A lot of this. I begin to encourage my students to use infographics, data visualization in a way that brings form. And one of my master students did that recently. Very fantastic. So it's about bringing sociology more to life, to give us representation of objects, systems, events, and use so that we can understand society more in tangible way rather than just the abstraction where we operate. So models take sociology beyond abstraction, take sociological analysis beyond theory, beyond perspectives, beyond paradigm. Models are higher level in terms of practically explaining what we do. Models help us to visualize and picture and communicate processes in society. It helps us to represent things through different tools. Simulation, I've shown you artwork. You can even give models mathematically or statistically. So this is very important for us to know that this is why we teach models in sociological analysis. We shouldn't be teaching theories, perspectives, or paradigms afresh. Especially not to final year students or 300 level students and the rest of them. When these are what we will theories, perspectives, paradigms, these are things we should have taught earlier on. And when we get to model, we're talking about mathematical modeling, statistical tool modeling, or even simulation and conceptual modeling. So what are the advantages of models? It brings clarity into our analysis. It brings creativity into our analysis. It brings reality into our analysis. It brings simplification into our analogy. It brings professionalism into our analysis. It brings illustrations into our analysis. It helps us to be real, tangible, and it helps us to explain more in clearer way. And it helps our interpretations. So we're not just talking abstraction like people that are difficult to understand, but it brings in higher level interpretations into our work. Tangible things people can see. People talk about sociology as being very abstract, as being so ordinary, as being so repetitive. Why wouldn't they say that if we continue to teach the same thing across level instead of graduating our capability, our explanations? So these models will help us to be more relevant, to be real, more tangible, professional, technical, and very detailed in our analysis. But there are disadvantages of model, which are sometimes not detailed because in our attempt to struggle to analyze with model or to present with model, sometimes we lose some details. Then models can only give you approximations of societies. Then you can lose your accuracy along the line. Then it's based so much on assumption of what society works. So these are just about 4 disadvantages. But even these disadvantages do not negate the usefulness of models. So models very, very useful and highly recommended. Like I've told you, it's gone. Analysis of sociology has gone beyond just abstraction or description. When you want to analyze, you need to go through the level of modeling, show interconnection. And you can get data. What are the data sources for models? You can use qualitative data, IDI, for data from IDI, KII, FGD, case study, live history, archival method. I have videos on all of these methods of data collection I've mentioned. Explore this channel for all of this, especially my playlist on research. Then you can also get from quantitative data. I've mentioned quality before. That's why I talk about this FGD and the rest of them. You can get from quantitative data by adopting survey design. I have videos on research design here. On survey by administering questionnaire or secondary data when you get quantitative data. You can also get from primary data where you collect through data you collect yourself through questionnaire and qualitative method. And you can use secondary data that already existing. You can get data from World Bank, IMF, WHO, CIA, South Africa, a lot of data sources. United Nations data, Bureau of Statistics data across. So you can get data from models, from qualitative data you collected. You can get from quantitative data you collected. You can get from secondary sources. You can get from primary data collection sources. You can get from secondary data collection sources, which you can get from qualitative data and quantitative data. Wow, I enjoyed myself in this video. I hope you enjoy this video at the same time. Click subscribe and share as widely as possible. Bye for now.